Part 3, everyone. Part 3. Oh my God. I have had a lot happen in my life between the different parts. The reason why this one took a little while to create. So welcome. If you haven't already, go watch wherever the card pops up, part 1 and 2, to really get the you need to get it. You need to listen to part 1 and 2, then you'll understand this one, part 3 of my MLM journey. So it is a journey, and this one is the final straw that broke the camel's back, and it's in magic. Yes, those damn water machines. I've still got the box, don't have the machine. I literally put the machine out on this curb, on my curbside, out on the street, and just let whoever take it. I didn't care anymore. I was so done. I am so mad. No, I'm not so much mad at myself, just the scam of it all and everything. So I'm going to talk about this. This is around all the legal language, in my opinion, and allegedly, and all the things. This is my experience. I'm talking from my experience and my opinion, and all the, this is alleged, you know, and all the things, right? So let's start from the beginning. This was done quite a few many years ago, and it's on my Instagram. I left it up. If you go to my Pink Moon Witch Instagram and you go for a little scroll, I left up all the little tiles where I celebrated, and it wasn't just me, you know, the whole people involved in this scheme celebrated people joining Inner Circle Australia. Yes, the movement, the whatever you want to call it, that I got scammed through was called Inner Circle Australia, and it was led by Skip and Michelle, and their real names. I'm not going to hide that. I can mention their last names. Skip Archimedes and Michelle Scott Williams were teamed up and doing this whole Inner Circle Australia thing. And at the time, here on the Gold Coast, at the time, Magic was making the rounds. It still is. It's just ridiculous. It's still around and still scamming everyone. Anywho, so we had Inner Circle Australia, and we had, of course, the Freedom Era. Yes, those people. And it was actually like, if you weren't involved with one, you were involved with the other. That's pretty much why the big sigh is, if you weren't involved in one, you were involved in the other. And it was just a case of, they were definitely making their way through the Gold Coast hugely. Burned a lot of people in the process. Like, there's so many people now. I'm like, how the hell they still make any money? Because someone like me who got burned will not be doing that twice. No way. So allegedly, in my opinion, blah blah blah, the whole Inner Circle scheme was a scheme because they did it. They didn't really do social media per se. Not like what I've been told and seen and heard about the Freedom Era people, and it's pretty much, that's who it is on the Gold Coast here. I will say this. The way they got me is because I was in my first way of being anti-MLM. If you saw part 2, if you listened to it, you'll know that I was definitely looking into policies and procedures, and after doing the whole send out cards thing twice and all this sort of stuff, especially after running the speed business networking events for 2 years, I was very much starting to really get anti-MLM and really opening my eyes to the whole thing and everything. Anywho, let's move on. Reason why this got me is because of it is a bit of social proofing things going on, because Skip and Michelle at the time were like these people, you could say the influencers, were influencers on the Gold Coast at the time. And Skip was a very good salesman. And this was actually unlike what's marketed now. They marketed the machine. They actually marketed the machine. It was a whole demo thing about, you know, putting out the different waters and different sodas and everything like that, right? There was that. And then, you know, they went through the pH demonstration and then showed the Kagan machine and then all the different pHs and everything like this. So it was an in-person demonstration of the machine. So they definitely pushed the product, that side of things. So yes, there is a aspect of direct sales, and that part don't have an issue with. I'm going to be honest, legit direct sales where there's no recruiting, we're good. It's called affiliate marketing then, isn't it? Oh my gosh, I just wish all these MLMs and these high ticket affiliate marketing, if there's recruiting involved and you're recruiting people to be under you and you need people under you and those people need people under you and all that, then it's not affiliate marketing. If it's just the products, and there's no people under you and they're under you and no, then it's affiliate marketing, yes. And I have no issue with legitimate affiliate marketing. No issue. So yes, this pushed the product, but then they did the Inner Circle Australia. It was called Inner Circle Australia because there was like another one somewhere that they were basically going to bring to Australia, and this is going to be the launch of Inner Circle Australia. They were going to go across Australia, blah, 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 you know, and all this. It didn't quite happen. Can you tell? Can you tell which one happened and which one has happened and which one hasn't? Yeah, the Freedom Era. The Freedom Era is definitely going strong still. Inner Circle Australia dead in the water in my opinion. I don't think it exists anymore, but it used to. So the scheme, I'll get to the nuts and bolts of it. Allegedly, in my opinion, in all the legal language, the scheme that I was sold onto, the reason why I got hooked into it, one, the demonstration was pretty convincing. I'm going to say, when you are there watching an actual physical demonstration of the Enagic machine and with all the different sodas, and it's quite convincing, especially when the person doing the selling is actually quite convincing and is a really good salesperson. Yeah, Skip was definitely that, because he infused himself into the presentation, and because of that, you can definitely get, yeah, he was like, he used his story. He used definitely his story to push the selling of it, and that kind of helped as well. Anyway, so the scheme that I got involved in, the reason why it got me is I wasn't going to have to recruit per se. So what I mean by that is they were literally going to be like, everyone got a number. Like, yes, you got a number from Enagic anyway. Like, every time you buy a machine, you're automatically a distributor. Yes. In Enagic, every time you buy a machine or any of their products, you get a distributor number, and you become a distributor, so then you can make sales. But of course, if you don't make sales within a certain period, then you become inactive, and there's all sorts of hoops you got to jump through to reactivate and everything. So yeah, anywho, let's move on. The scheme that I got involved with, the Inner Circle Australia one, is where I got given a number, like everyone else got given a number, and they were like placed, and then, you know, they kind of like do this thing, right? And then, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, 6, sorry, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, you know, that sort of thing. And we automatically, because of that, people turned up and people signed on, they got a number. If you're number 6, once they got to 12, you had 12 under you. You know, can you get where I'm coming from? Yeah, that they were going to do the placing of everyone. They were doing the placing. This initially was awesome. this initially was a really good idea, and that's how I got brought in, because they're doing the presentation. All I have to do, I look back now and I do this because Amway, Network 21 all over it, goddamn again. Seriously, people, there is nothing new under the MLM, sun and moon and sky. Amway's done it. If you think Amway hasn't done it, they're possibly not doing it for whatever reason. But anyway, it's similar to Network 21, where you just invited people to go along to the event and then they do the presentation. And then, unlike Amway though, there wasn't really an educational platform I had to pay for or anything. You just bought at least one machine and you're in. And that was the thing. This is the other reason why I got involved with Inner Circle Australia over anything else, is because there's no trio, there's no quad, there's none of that business. They weren't pushing that. They were pushing, just one machine gets you in and blah, blah, blah. So yes, they would push the machine initially, then they'd go over to the Inner Circle Australia stuff about, once you bought the machine, you get part placed in here, and this is how we're working the scheme, and these are all the different. I never got the Enagic compensation plan. I'm going to tell you right now, the Enagic compensation plan, I was just like, wait, what? What's this? 6A and 6-1 and whatever. Didn't get it. I never got it. I didn't think I needed to. Didn't think I needed to bother with that, because everything they were taking care of, like placing people and all this sort of stuff. Now this is where it started going haywire. Like initially it was fine. You'd invite people, and because they were hosting stuff, once again, I kept it on my Instagram because it was part of my journey, and this was definitely a part of me going anti-MLM, is because Inner Circle Australia hosted like things for their members, and there was a whole community thing going on, and I really got involved in that. I definitely did. And yeah, all I needed to do was invite people to the event. How could I not see it was Amway all over again? And I was definitely glamoured by the whole Skip and Michelle thing and everything they were offering with the free yoga. Yeah, I know. Free yoga, you have to buy a friggin' machine first, and all that. And here's the other reason why I am also I'm not too much of a fangirl of Enagic or anyone involved with it, because the majority of people are like me and had to get a loan. I didn't buy the machine outright. I bought one of the machines, and probably on the cheaper end of the scale, because there's different machines, and there's ones that are at the cheaper end of the scale, and I went with one of those, and I qualified for a 1.5 loan. I managed to push it. I did advocate for myself a little. They were trying to push me for a year-long loan, but not a 1.5 or whatever I ended up getting. I thought it was a good deal. At the time, I thought it was a good deal because I was going to get this machine and it's worth so much, and that's all this awesome stuff, and I could get it on a loan and I could pay it off, and I could afford the paying off part. Also, my business brain kicked in, and I did a few things which now you're not meant to do as an Enagic distributor, but to be brutally honest, this was going rife through, like I said, it was either the Freedom Area or Inner Circle Australia, and this was running through the Gold Coast. So you definitely knew someone who either had a machine or was thinking about getting one or what have you. All right. So yeah, remember this point. You've got to remember this point. So I started thinking about that, and there was a lot of people that, of course, did the presentation, turned up to the presentation, and didn't do the loan thing, couldn't afford the machine, blah, 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 blah. But then they knew someone like me, and I would be like, all right, bring your bottles, your empty bottles or whatever, and people would bring their big bottles, and I charged X for them to fill it up using my machine. pausing there on purpose. I would then, that's why I thought I could make extra money and everything. Yeah, I literally charged people for water from a goddamn machine. Let's move on. I know. Hey, thumbs up to me. My business entrepreneurial self was all like, yeah, I'll charge people for water. And people were coming to my place, and people were coming to my place, and ignore the dogs. You can hear them in the background. I've got a dog next door and a dog over there, and they're having conversation right now. Ignore them. Let's go back to the story. And yeah, I was charging people for water. They came over to my place, they'd fill it up, they'd give me the cash, and off they go and everything. So I did that for a little while. But then, I then learned certain things about magic, and the whole Inner Circle Australia scheme started falling to pieces, because what ended up happening is there would be people coming, and they'd be all like, hey, this is great, and they'll be like, I'll be bringing like 50 people in with me once I promote this to my community, and I don't want that going under some random. I want that under me. Listen to what I just said. This shit was happening. People coming in knowing that they had influence over a lot of people, so if they promoted this, they know they'd bring in a whole heap of people, and instead of going with the scheme that they had set up where everyone won, they were just placing people under whoever, so everyone would be guaranteed a sale. No, there'll be people that would be rocking up. This was a little later down the track. People rocking up and going, I can bring 50 people with me. I definitely know I can bring 20 people with me. I can bring whatever. They knew they could bring people with them. And they were rocked up and were like, I don't want it under Jane or John or whoever. They wanted the people under them. So yes, did they tweak their offering? They did. So this whole conversation that the anti-MLM community has about bridge contacts or special bonuses for all those leaders who have decent teams under them, and we will be like, I have influence, I can potentially sway them over to my new MLM. Oh, that's the reason why I believe they exist. Very much so. I saw it for myself. I saw how Inner Circle Australia, allegedly, in my opinion, my experience, all that sort of stuff, tweaked things from their original plan, because people were like, I'm bringing 20 people over, I want those under me, I don't want them under anyone else. Yeah, so basically what turned me anti-MLM was that final straw, realizing how much I got ripped off. That was a very costly mistake. I don't regret it. I don't regret it, because it was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. From that point on, after I realized it all fell to bits, the scheme just went and died. Nothing happened in the end. I never made a sale. My distributorship became inactive. I never pushed it. I continued to use the machine for a couple of years, and then I just, like I said, I literally went, I'm done with this. I couldn't stand looking at it anymore, and was just like, threw it onto the curb and let whoever bloody take it. And it's just like, I don't care, I'm done. And it's thanks to so many people, so many anti-MLM creators here on YouTube. It was mostly YouTube and now Instagram, but definitely YouTube. I am able to say with 100% certainty, I will never get involved with another anti-MLM, another MLM. I will never get involved with another MLM ever again. Ever. And I mean ever. It's not just the money side of things. It's just, after everything I've been through, including, I forgot to mention this somewhere, along the line somewhere in there, I had a very small little I caught a little little, I don't know, teaser with doTERRA, not Young Living, doTERRA. I kind of bought some oils wholesale, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, don't worry. I'm not touching doTERRA or Young Living even. Expensive AF, and there's legitimate essential oil retailers here locally as well as within Australia that I'd rather support, to be really honest. Not touching doTERRA or Young Living ever again, and unless people gift them to me. I'll take them if you gift them to me, but at the same time, I don't really an essential oil person. I've got a cat, I've got a dog, I can't diffuse them. Anyway, that's the whole thing. I'm not touching them, and I had brief little, interaction there, but that was nothing. I just bought some oils on wholesale. I supported someone else with her shibari and an oil thing. She was trying to sell doTERRA stuff by creating a workshop that incorporated shibari and essential oils. Yeah, I know. Anywho, let's just finish this and conclude that yes, I'm 100% anti MLM now. None of these work for the people that they get involved. There's a few people at the tippy top of these that they're solid until everything goes to shit, until everything goes to so yeah, CEOs and the C-suite are really the ones that only benefit from this, and of course potentially all the employees of the MLM, employees, anyone involved in corporate. But then again, a lot of MLMs have laid off tons of people, tons of employees and everything, so there's that. And just, you watch enough anti-MLM content, you don't have to be like an avid person like me and actively in it. Just enough, follow a couple of creators that speak to you and that you like their style and everything. And if you would, I will definitely in the description below, I'll tag quite a few of mine that I enjoy and I support them, and you'll see my comments in their underneath their videos because of it. Yeah, I actively support them because we all need to speak out against them. So affiliate marketing is okay. Affiliate marketing can be a little sometimes, but at the same time, it's more legitimate when it's an affiliate thing than a multi-level thing and people getting recruited and all the people at the tippy top. So the money goes up. The money goes up, and all those people at the tippy top are making money, and it's just so much. It's my big three words: unethical, unsustainable, big time unsustainable. Do your math, people. It's simple freaking math. Unsustainable, unethical, and predatory. They are predatory. They make people who are victims, everyone's a victim. Everyone, even people at the tippy top in a way, but they're definitely the predatory type. There's a real toxicity, corporate cults stuff going on. Just go through enough of them and see what happens over and 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 over. I say that so many times because it's just the same stuff recycled over and over. They just all do the same thing. They all carbon copy and paste. They all do the same thing, all carbon copy and paste of just the same crap. So anyway, I'm going to finish this here because this is long enough, and this is long. I don't like to edit, so this is unedited, and I'll talk to you soon. Check out all the other videos that I have. They'll pop up somewhere on the screen here. And I'll talk to you soon. Am I becoming an anti-MLM creator? I don't know. We'll stay tuned for that. I might do it every now and again. It's not going to be the only thing I do. I do tea reviews and a whole heap of other stuff. We'll see what happens. But for now, I've shared my journey. It's out there. I am speaking up and out and sharing my journey so to release the shame, release anything else, and show that we all have our own journeys with this. And you're welcome to join. The link will be in the description as well. you're welcome to join the MLM Survivors and Support group for Australians. It's for Australians, so MLM Survivors and Support for those in Australia. And you know, friends, so it's not, even if you're not someone who's got experience in MLMs, you've got family, friends, what have you, you want to be involved in some way, you can join. It's totally okay. And I'll see you in that group, or I'll see you in another of my videos. Thank you for listening. I cannot reiterate enough. Do the sub thing, subscribe, comment, like, all the things. See you in the next video.